Welcome to A Course in Miracles Essentials. I'm Auntie Patricia, and today we're studying Workbook Lesson number 132. I loose the world from all I thought it was. Today our purpose is to free the world from all the idle thoughts we ever held about it, and about all living things we see upon it. They cannot be there. No more can we. And we who are created as He created us would loose the world this day from every one of our illusions, that we may be free. What keeps the world in chains but your beliefs? And what can save the world except your self, your capital S, self? The thoughts you hold are mighty, and illusions are as strong in their effects as is the truth. A madman thinks the world he sees is real, and does not doubt it, nor does he question his thoughts' effects. But when their source is raised to question, the hope of freedom comes to him at last. Salvation is easily achieved for anyone, free to change his mind. To change your mind means you have changed the source of all ideas you think, or ever thought, or ever will think. The present now remains the only time there is. Here in the present is the world set free. As you let the past be lifted and release the future from your ancient fears, you find escape and give it to the world. You have enslaved the world with all your fears, your doubt and misery, pain and tears. All your sorrows press upon it and keep the world a prisoner to your beliefs. Death strikes it everywhere because you hold thoughts of death within your mind. The world is nothing in itself. Your mind must give it meaning, and what you behold upon it are your wishes, acted out, so you can look on them and think them real. Perhaps you think you did not make the world, but came unwillingly to what was made already, hardly waiting for your thoughts to give it meaning. Yet in truth, you found exactly what you looked for when you came. It is pride that argues you have come into a world quite separate from yourself, impervious to what you think, and quite apart from what you chance to think it is. There is no world apart from what you wish, and herein lies your ultimate release. Change your mind about what you want to see, and all the world must change accordingly. There is no world. This is the central thought the Course attempts to teach. And healing is the gift of those who are prepared to learn there is no world and can accept the lesson now. Their readiness will bring the lesson to them in some form which they can understand and recognize. Some see it suddenly, on point of death, and then rise to teach it. Others find it in experience that is not of this world, which shows them that the world does not exist, because what they behold clearly contradicts the world and must be the truth. And some will find it in the exercises that we do today. The world does not exist. And if it is indeed your own imagining, then you can loose it from all things you ever thought it was by merely changing all the thoughts that gave it these appearances. The sick are healed as you let all thoughts of sickness go, and the dead arise when you let thoughts of life replace all thoughts you ever held of death. You are as God created you. There is no place where you can suffer, no time that can bring change to your eternal state. You remain as God created you. To know yourself, with a capital S, is the salvation of the world. You are as God created you. You cannot think apart from Him, nor make what does not share His timelessness and love. Does the world you see create like Him? Unless it does, it is not real and cannot be at all. God's creation is unlike the world in every way. It was His thought by which you were created. So it is your thoughts which made the world and must set it free, that you may then know the thoughts you share with God. What God creates is not apart from Him, and nowhere does the Father end, the Son begin as something separate from Him. There is no world because it is a thought apart from God and made to separate the Father and the Son and break away a part of God Himself and thus destroy His wholeness. Can a world which comes from this idea be real? Deny illusions and accept the truth. Deny you are a shadow briefly laid upon a dying world. Release your mind and you will look upon a world released. Begin the 2 15-minute practice periods today with this. I who remain as God created me would loose the world from all I thought it was, for I am real, because the world is not, and I would know my own reality. Then merely rest, alert, but with no strain, and let your mind in quietness be changed, so that the world is freed along with you. Healing comes to many brothers, both near and far across the world, as you send out these thoughts to bless the world, and you could never be released alone. Throughout the day, say to yourself, I loose the world from all I thought it was, and choose my own reality instead. So thank you for coming today. Please come back tomorrow for lesson number 133.